Liverpool end up winners 4-2 against Bournemouth. And listen, you might look at the scoreline and have an opinion of what this game has been like, but all of us watching here on stream have seen the truth for what it is. Liverpool can get got at, and this game was very similar, performance level wise, to the Community Shield game against Crystal Palace. Genuinely, there are things to be concerned about for Liverpool. Defensive transitions. Semenyo threw the kitchen sink at them. My man of the match will probably go to Hugo Ekitike getting a goal and assist. Semenyo did his best to try and stake his claim, but Liverpool ending up the winners. I think Liverpool did what Liverpool always do. Listen, as Liverpool fans, from a Liverpool fan perspective, it's a home game. What they want to see is 3 points. That's exactly what they want to be reacted to. But listen, what have we learned from that game? Everything that I learned about Liverpool is basically what I learned in the Community Shield as well. The left-hand side dynamics especially. The Kirkes, the Gakpo, the Wirtz, the Ekitike. McAllister being in there was different compared to the Crystal Palace game, and he brought that level of control in there. So that was very, very cool to see. But Liverpool can get got at. What happens every time is the instruction in build-up play is supposed to be, let me quickly show you on here. The vibe is the two centre-halves are here, and the build-up play is with Szoboszlai and McAllister. So this box is the build-up play with Alisson. Kirkes, when appropriate, flies forward and joins Gakpo. When appropriate. When Gakpo gets the ball and needs an overlap, he's there, or even an underlapping run, right? The same thing is true on this side. Frimpong does that here. But what does that mean for Szoboszlai, who has to work so hard over here? Because Salah doesn't come back. Gakpo at least does some defensive work, right? Gakpo does some defensive work. But Salah is staying here. Salah will stay in and around these kind of areas here. So Szoboszlai has to work hard. I thought Wirtz was fine. I thought he had a decent performance. He was there connecting play, looking to try and be the glue in these situations with the 1-1-2s and McAllister's and Szoboszlai, and linking up with Wirtz nicely and Gakpo and Salah. He had a decent game. I thought Ekitike was brilliant. On this side of things, Semenyo was brilliant. I thought the backline from Bournemouth were poor. Tyler Adams was working very, very hard. Tavernier and Brooks were the positivity in attack. Semenyo, Tavernier and Brooks are the three that I thought did really well today for Bournemouth. Salah, how you come out of this game with a rating of 8 is ridiculous to me. Salah wasn't good, but Salah did what Salah does, which is be inevitable and get on the score sheet regardless. And listen, from the perspective of a Liverpool fan, do they really draw huge conclusions and say, no, we don't win the league because of our defensive transition, or we are absolutely going to run away with this because of our attack? It's a balance of both. And throughout the season, I'm sure Arne Slot will be trying to find that balance, because I did not like his substitutions in the game. I thought they took away control of the game. But at the same time, when you come out with a 4-2 victory in your first game, you don't have an issue with that. As soon as you score, you get on that score sheet. Those of us who didn't watch that game will look at that and just say, Salah scored the 4th goal, must have taken the sting out of the game. But from a Liverpool perspective, they still need to find that balance in midfield. I don't know if I understand why Szoboszlai plays. Szoboszlai plays because Salah doesn't defend. The reason Szoboszlai is in the lineup is to mitigate the fact that Salah doesn't defend, and Slot's answer to that is playing Dominic Szoboszlai. I understand that. But is there a way for them to find someone, maybe like playing McAllister and letting McAllister do the dog work for Salah? At the same time, we know what he brings in possession. And maybe when Gravenberch comes back in, that will be the solution long term. Gravenberch and McAllister with Wirtz in front of them. But yeah, yes, Mobs, I see you in the chat, my boy. Ekitike, so bright, so sharp, so lively, making so many different kind of runs, will score many different types of goals. Yeah, Kirkes and Frimpong were going to always provide this level of overlap. They're always going to be there for it. The dynamics of the Liverpool team now is that they are threatening on both sides of the pitch. They are threatening on both sides of the pitch. Arne Slot substitutions, obviously taking off Kirkes and Frimpong before the 60th minute, hurts a lot of the FPL guys. But that also hurt Liverpool for a while. What I have to give him credit for is that he realised he couldn't sustain Endo playing in there. And he realised that maybe the legs are a bit, McAllister didn't play the Community Shield, didn't start the Community Shield. So he had to come off in the 72nd minute. So yeah, that is the overall outlook from both teams' perspective. Bournemouth have been absolutely nerfed of their back line. This is nowhere near what their team was looking like last season, other than really who? Evan Nilsson and Semenyo? Tavernier? Brooksy, I don't think was starting much last season. But Semenyo is an absolutely unbelievable talent who should have gone to one of the big clubs in my opinion this season. But had he done that, we're talking about Bournemouth potentially being relegated. But yeah, there was a handball. There was most certainly a handball in there that Anthony Taylor didn't quite see. I don't know why VR didn't get involved in there. Probably because it wasn't a penalty appeal. Other than that, I am so glad the Premier League is black. Federico Chiesa. Let's talk about the subs quickly. Federico Chiesa came on. Unbelievable. Got his goal. He did really well when he came on. Curtis Jones, Joe Gomez. Endo did what Endo does. Really keep it nice and simple. Andrew Robertson looks like he's completely finished. Endo got an assist. Which one did he get the assist for? Which goal did he assist? Can't remember which one that Endo assisted. But other than that, Bournemouth are going to look to try and survive. Probably try and work in the transfer market. They've lost Otara now as well. Dango Otara is gone as well. Probably because he noticed that this is we're sinking over here. But that has been that for the game so far. Arne Slot Iraola, from the manager's perspective, I didn't like Slot's substitutions, but he did rectify them with his second wave of subs. And in the end, when your sub comes in and scores the decisive goal to make it 3-2 in Chiesa, you have to give him credit for that as well. Liverpool can take the positives from this, and they need to work. Liverpool have a problem. If they don't work on this defensive transition stuff now, it can become an issue and it can get in the way of them winning the Premier League title. I think it would be daft for any Liverpool fan to suggest otherwise. Liverpool could be in trouble if they do not sort out this issue with the big gaps that are in and around the centre halves. Today, Konate had a bad game. That's not going to happen every game. You think it's stemming from Szoboszlai? Yeah, he's asked to just do this job of running around in here. Let me get this on camera as well. He's just asked to do this job here. Running in and around here, doubling up when the winger comes out over here. What this does, it creates space in midfield as well. And this is where there was so much central areas for Tavernier to get involved in. But yeah, that is something that they're going to have to address to find the balance of this team. Because this is all Salah not returning is a domino effect on the team. He comes in over here. McAllister has to come in over here. And that can cause all sorts of issues. I thought Wirtz has handled the Premier League physicality much better than I first expected. He was involved in a lot of draws and did win most of them. Let's have a look at how many draws he actually did win. Tackles 1, 2 out of 2 tackles. Defensive contributions 3, recoveries 6. He did do well defensively, I thought, today. Ekatike was, I think, brilliant. I thought he was brilliant. Created 2 chances. Got 9 points on fantasy for you guys. Yeah. I thought he was good. Got a lot of touches, got involved in the play. Passes into the final third. He did do really well himself as well. Konate didn't have the best game today. Didn't have the best of games today. Involved, didn't win any, didn't really attempt any tackles. Didn't have to because of how much they were controlling it. But did okay. Only won half of his ground draws, which you expect better from him there. But overall, Liverpool are purring. They will improve. They will get better. That is expected, and I do expect that from them. But Bournemouth and Iraola have a big task in their hands. With that whole back line being ransacked, it is going to be very tough for them to be able to get results consistently. But we'll see how that goes for them throughout the rest of the season. Frimpong struggling. I think he'll contribute in attack well enough. But this guy versus any adequate left winger might be in trouble. This guy's going to struggle against any top left winger in the league. What are Liverpool's next fixtures? They have Newcastle next. Anthony Gordon versus Frimpong is going to be tough. Don't think Salah had a stinker really. It's just that everything isn't going through him anymore. No, but that means that you're not going to be getting the ball every single time for you to work through your mistake. Gakpo trying too much. I don't know. I thought Gakpo was good today, if I'm being honest. This is the Premier League table as it stands. Bournemouth dead last, of course. -2 goal difference. Liverpool right at the top of the table. They have a tough couple of fixtures. So I'd like to see how he fares against Anthony Gordon, who in my estimation, there could be some top left wingers coming in, but he's one of the best left wingers in the league. Definitely one of the best left wingers from last season, for sure. And yeah, they might struggle against him as well. And Bournemouth, let's have a look at Bournemouth's fixtures. Yeah, their next fixture, that next fixture? No, what's that? The next one will be against Wolves, so that'll be... They expect to do a lot more against Wolves. But thank you guys so much for you guys being interactive, being here. We're now on, you know what I'm saying? We're now streaming everywhere, so you man see that. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're making moves and we're making it happen. Catch us tomorrow on the Mallorca stream.